jasmine, oolong, green, and white. Long ago, these 4 teas were skillfully brewed at the Blissful Brew. Then, everything changed when the shop's popularity threatened its existence. All Mr. Okuran, the shop's owner and tea master, could do was to recruit 4 teenage orphans to learn his trade and staff his shop. A year has passed since the orphans were hired, and although their skills have progressed, they still have a lot to learn before they can brew anything. But I believe that they have the potential to make the Blissful Brew the greatest tea shop in the world.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Benders and Brews. But today, I've got an extra special episode for you because currently I'm sitting in the studio with just Cameron and Connor, a.k.a. Bill and Brock. Guys, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. How you been doing, Skylar? I missed you.
Oh, yeah. Shucks. For those that don't know, I just got back on a 1.5 week long trip from Denver. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it, even though we said I should. But it was a great time. It was very relaxing, very refreshing. Side note, you're probably wondering why Skylar? Why are you in the studio with just Cameron and Connor? Well, Dave and Michaela are doing some life stuff. They're kind of resituating themselves from some big changes, positive changes, wonderful, exciting, super cool changes. And so we're just kind of doing a little one-shot today to keep things going and hopefully give you some fun story to listen to. So that's what we're doing today. Like I said, it's just going to be Bill and it's just going to be Brock. It's going to be kind of a like maybe 2 months-ish before everything kind of started happening from season 1.
Prequel adventure.
Yeah, prequel adventure. Cut. Yeah, deep cut. Mr. Ogron will still be alive.
Yeah. Wait.
What? Yeah. Well, we've said this before. If you're just jumping in at this point, you need to go back. You need to stop where you are, and you need to go back from the beginning.
Something messed up along the way, you know.
That's right.
Click the wrong button.
The algorithm has messed with you, and you need to right the algorithms wrong. So anyways, all right, we're going to get started with a very special side adventure featuring Bill and Brock. All right, as the two of you finish up the last of your chores at the Blissful Brew, sweeping up the last of the dust from the floor that arrived via the bottom of the sandals from guests you've been serving throughout the day, and cleaning the jelly spots off the last of the saucers and serving dishes, you feel a lingering spark of energy inside of you. This fizzling sensation that starts from your chest and tingles all the way up to the tips of your fingers and the heels of your feet stems from the excitement of an event that's about to happen. And sure enough, it does. Mr. Okuran steps through the doors of the kitchen. I think that's about it, everyone. Come over. I have something special for each of you. And as you all begin to circle around him like a sports team waiting on their coach's next instruction, he has a massive smile on his face and begins to pass out some small jingling pouches to each of you. Happy early Soulrest Day, everyone! You smile as you peek into the bag to find a collection of 7 silver coins rattling around as you shift through them. Now, I know the holiday is all about resting the soul and finding one's inner peace and blah, 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 but I know that all of you are excited for the days off and going out and doing fun things, and I just want to make sure that while I myself will be off to visit some old friends across the Earth Kingdom, that you all will have plenty to keep yourselves busy with while the tea shop is closed. So consider this a little holiday bonus. As each of you takes your small pouch, you peek at the fresh, shiny coins and excitedly head off to bed, although you find it a little bit difficult to sleep because you're thinking about the holiday and all the free time and now the small allowance that you'll have to do with as you please. It's not often you get a chance to get away from the tea shop. That makes up most of the time in your days. So this holiday has your minds stirring with ideas. So what kind of ideas are going through you guys' heads as far as what you might want to do with this free time you've got?
Well, I mean, we're in the Earth Kingdom and we got a few days off. I could go back to the old farm. Maybe, give some of the money back to the family. See the parents. See Mr. Cabbage Man.
Yes.
Wrestle some hogs.
Wrestle some hogs. Take some pot shots at some seagulls.
Sling mud.
Slinging mud is the best thing the universe has to offer, and you mock it.
I think Brock desperately needs to become a politician so he can do some mudslinging.
Yeah, he'd be built for it.
He's built for it. What's Bill thinking about?
Not much. He doesn't have any plans to get away for the weekend. He's planning on just taking it easy, enjoying time off from work. He's probably going to, I don't know, he might do some hiking, some just wandering around nature, because that's where he finds peace. And I think he's just going to pack a sack of food and just kind of camp, live off the land for a couple days.
Sure. Wow, it's a very, very Soulrest day kind of activities.
He is actually taking the holidays
very seriously. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Bill's I need to rest my soul.
You don't want to go out and sling some mud?
Hey, we all rest our souls in different ways.
Yeah. No judgment here.
Yeah, no judgment. As you awaken the following day, you come downstairs to make yourselves some breakfast and find that Mr. Okuran is already headed out on his journey to meet up with some old colleagues and friends from his traveling days. I love how I tease the idea that, hey, Mr. Okuran's still alive, and he's gone.
Well, he can't go on.
He's got things to do, that's right.
Just so you know when it is in the story, canonically speaking.
That's right.
If he's alive, it's before that.
Yes. To clarify. Mika has already disappeared, as she often does, and given her skills developed alongside her father in the Water Tribe, there's no chance of following her, as she tends to leave no trace. Guohan mentioned something about a food tour and was excited to see just how far he could get with the map that he's been drawing up since you met him. Although he's very detailed and often tried to show the two of you his map, which he's very proud of, your lack of interest left you nodding and smiling, and all of Guo's words went in one ear and out the other. So he could be anywhere right now trying out all the culinary delights of the Earth Kingdom had to offer, and who knows where that is.
I have to ask.
Yes.
Out of podcast.
Yes.
Did Dave tell you this?
No, I came up with
just how well you know.
That's just how well I know
sounds
Guo.
exactly like something Guoan would do.
Yes.
You'd be like, I want to go tour the food.
I'm going to go find all the places that all the visiting people at our tea shop have been talking about. Oh, this is almost as good as... Oh, tell me that. Where is that? Where is that? I want to put that on my map.
That's such a Guohan thing to do.
It's a Guohan thing.
For sure.
Oh, that should be a t-shirt. It's a Guohan
It's a
thing.
Guohan thing.
I've only seen the movie.
I've only
Yes, there's a reference to...
It would just be Cameron's face, though. We wouldn't use Bill's. It would just be Cameron.
Yeah, that way people can aim the tomatoes better.
Yes.
If they're booing me off the stage or whatever.
Brock, you watch as Bill walks past you carrying a couple of bags loaded up and begins to head out the door.
So where are you off to, Big Bay?
Big Bay.
Big Bay?
Big
The Earth Kingdom's lingo is already coming back. I'm already that relaxed.
It's already that chill. I'm going to go enjoy Soulrest Day. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go back to the old farm and have some time with my family. You should come.
I don't know. I had other plans. I wanted to go do some other things,
such as,
swing my bow staff, break rocks, real cool stuff like you do.
Well, you can swing your bow staff anywhere. You know where there's a lot of rocks?
Your farm?
On the farm.
Yeah, okay.
We gotta go clear off some rocks. We can use some extra hands.
Well, I know a really cool rock breaking place, but it's a secret place, family secret, and I sadly cannot tell you. I know, it might hurt, but family secrets,
You need to tell me about places with cool rocks. We've been over this.
I know, this is like the fourth time you've told me that if I find a cool rock to give it to you.
Exactly. Well, you don't have to give it. You just have to tell me where it is.
The downside to giving you cool rocks, Brock, is all the ones that you've shown me are cool weigh at least 50 pounds, and I can't bring those back to you.
this guy, man. He doesn't even care. Well, fine. I will go off on my own. I'm gonna build a tunnel. That's what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna
You want to?
No,
Yeah. You can break some rocks.
I bet you can. I bet you can build a tunnel. You've been talking about building tunnels.
You've been really on about this tunnel lately. Will's been talking about this list of food places he wants to go to, and you've been talking about this tunnel.
You know why I love tunnel?
You
Because
keep saying there's a tunnel underneath the Blissful Brew that you hide all of your cool rocks.
I mean, don't tell anyone else about that. I told you that in confidence. I love
no one else
tunnels,
is here
bro.
besides this random patron who's just talking to us.
I love tunnel. Hold on one sec. I love tunnels because you can break rocks, and there's always the chance the rocks come down on top of you, and then I just have a bed. And then it's also dark, so I just go to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
So worst case, I end up under some rocks, and I get a good power nap.
Oh, yeah.
Best case, I get to break rocks for like hours.
Post power nap.
Post power nap.
That's the dream right there.
Exactly.
Post power nap rock breaking.
Mm.
And that's what I'm going to go do at the secret rock breaking spot.
Can I get a raspberry mint tea?
Hold on one second. I'm just a dishwasher. You see, this is why they left without us. You see, Guo and Mika, they don't like this part of you. You see we're gonna have a powwow because you keep so many secrets, Mr. Bill, if that is your real name.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But family secrets are one thing. And you know that. I mean, are you gonna force Mr. Okuran to give up the secret ingredient to his family secret tea?
I'm a dishwasher. I don't make tea.
Well,
And plus, I didn't know Mr. Okran had a
You
secret.
don't make tea?
No, I'm just a
he
dishwasher.
doesn't, and I just serve it. We actually have been closed for a couple hours.
What?
I don't know why you're still here.
Oh,
sir.
dear! And the man storms out.
We still take a tip. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways,
See, even you chase him away because of your secrets.
that wasn't a secret. I told him that I've got things to do, Brock. Okay.
Fine.
I hope you have a great time hanging out with your family, but for now, I gotta be on my way. Okay.
Okay.
And
I'll see you later. And can we like walk off in the same direction?
Phil grabs his stuff, walks out the door, and Brock walks right next to him.
You have to be next to the person, because otherwise it feels like you're being followed, and then it's only awkward for them.
Yes.
But for both of you, it's very awkward because you're heading in the same direction.
It's like the mountains this way. So your rock place. Is
No,
also
it's not that way. It's somewhere else. I just need to go that way to buy some stuff.
Okay, come on.
Anyways, bye, Brock.
Okay, see ya.
And I start walking in a direction.
In a different direction.
Yes.
All right, Brock. You see him slowly fade into the distance
And
as he
then
walks.
take like a alleyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you watch him turn a corner into an alleyway.
Oh, I'm following him.
Okay.
But why? May I ask?
Because we're here for family, and the boys are family.
The boys. It has nothing to do with the secret rock. breaking.
No, not at all about the secret rock breaking place that I need to know about.
All right. Well,
Do I need to roll for stealth?
like rely on your skills and training.
Well, I rolled a 9.
Oh, that plus your focus.
That should.
My focus is 0
Oh, well, there you go.
because I'm just all passion, baby.
So with a 9, it says that you do it, you succeed, but you do it imperfectly.
Imperfect.
Now I'm trying to think of when you're following somebody, how you can succeed but do it imperfectly.
What if I do like a Bugs Bunny tunnel? And so like he can obviously tell that it's me, but
Oh,
he just
yeah.
like
Well, I guess at the end of the day, that is the definition of following somebody imperfectly, which is that they know the whole time.
yeah.
Now, whether you know that Bill knows is kind of up in the air. I
He's
think
underground.
I like.
Yeah,
to
I'm
think-
under.
Yeah, I
It's
like.
like
How are you following Bill? That's the real question. If you're underground, are you like you got
I'm like a
little
periscope.
Here's
No. That's exactly why you know. Is because every once in a while you just kind of like casually
See a little
glance
head
behind
pop
you and
up.
you see a head pop up out of the ground. You're doing like the mole from the Earth Rumble Stadium thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
you
much.
stick up your head, and once in a while you actually have like a mole rabbit on your head or something. And
Yeah.
you pop up.
Or what if I follow him, like I do like the tiptoe sneaky follow, and then like whenever he turns around, I just like dive into the ground, but there's still like an obvious
Oh,
mound.
you do an obvious like dive, like
Yeah.
you jump
like
in
an
the
actual
air.
like hike dive into the ground.
And I think to top it all off, you're doing it Kronk style,
oh
where
yeah.
as you're going, you're like.
You got your own theme song.
Yes. I'm Brock following Bill to see some really cool rocks.
And then they're like, I'm going to follow him.
So, what does that mean? What does that mean for Bill, who knows that he's following him?
He kind of assumed Brock was going to follow him, but
Are you telling me that you did that on purpose? Like,
No,
you did
no,
this?
no.
Oh, okay.
He didn't want to tell Brock where he was going,
Okay.
but he figured Brock would follow him.
Okay.
But he knows where his spot he is going, and he knows there is a place where he can lose him
Oh,
right
no.
before he gets there.
Because
Okay.
I still succeed in following you, so it's like
Well,
you can't.
This is
lose
what
me.
Bill's thinking. Maybe he won't lose you. Maybe he will. We don't know. But he, in his mind, he's like, I don't care if he follows me because I've got this like ace in the hole that Brock doesn't even know about. And once I get to the ace in the hole, you're in trouble, right? It's like Mother Gothel and Tangle hiding the flower underneath the bush. You know, at the start, it's like a bush.
Yeah.
And it's like you never find it even if you followed her because it's like such a quick thing you can hide.
This is a problem, and this is where I'm sure a lot of the audience starts to hate me, which is that I've only seen half of Tangled.
This is the first
Like,
scene of
literally
the
Oh,
movie.
is it at the
first
beginning?
scene, yeah.
Oh,
First
okay.
scene of the movie.
Man, it's been a long time. I feel like I watched half of it when it like first came out after theaters, but like to DVD or whatever. And that's as far as I got. Don't ask me why. I feel like
Oh,
something came
that
up.
is
I had to
odd.
go.
It's one of the best ones.
Yeah.
That's what people have told me.
Oh,
It's so good.
because he hasn't learned
I need to watch.
the joys of frying pans.
Yeah.
I feel
Or
like I
he's like-
remember the frying pan. And anyways, so I would say actually there's an exact situation for this situation. And that is that I think Bill should roll a trick once he gets to his like ace in the hole spot that he's referencing.
Okay.
And we'll just see how successful he is at tricking or trying to lose Brock,
Okay.
essentially.
So I got a -1 on this. So
Ooh.
that's a 6-5.
That's definitely a failure. So, well, I guess there's no point in even asking you which one you choose because it doesn't matter.
There's no choice. I just
Yes.
completely failed.
So
so-
but you assume,
I could play what my ace in the hole was, and we can play from there. How's that? And we can
Okay.
just assume that he's
and then
gonna
we'll
find
play it
me,
in the
right?
scenario. Yeah.
So what his ace in the hole was is where he was going is Bill was going to a tree.
Okay.
I've actually referenced this tree before in the podcast, way back when. It's like, I don't know in what context, but it basically said it's like Bill's quiet place is this
Mhm.
tree. So anyways, he went to the tree, and his ace in the hole was just to quickly jump up and climb into the tree because he knows this tree like the back of his hand,
Okay.
right? But the problem was this was like the very first time he brought his bow staff because he was in a rush. And he brought his bow staff, but he left it at the base of the tree when he jumped up quickly to
Oh
climb it.
no.
And he normally leaves it at the bottom of the tree because what he puts in the tree is supplies, and he hides it in the tree. But he left his bow staff on the ground because he's so used to the habit of laying the bow staff down, going up in the tree, grabbing the supplies. But this time he wasn't grabbing supplies; he was hiding.
Right.
But his
Oh.
bow staff's just sitting there.
He was too much in a rush.
Correct. And
Gotcha.
he fell into a habit, like
Yeah.
his rush habit, So,
Yep.
anyways, he builds up in the tree. So when Brock turns the corner, he just sees a bow staff resting on a tree.
So
That's a pretty big hint.
Yeah.
So I'll go up, I'll grab the bow staff, and I'll just kind of look up and be like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" I figured my family could wait a bit, just hang out with my boy. What you doing up there?
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just right here. What's up, dude? Can I come up? It looks cool up there. And before you even answer, I just made like a rock elevator.
He's right up at eye level.
I'm right up at eye level. Like, what's up, dude? You dropped this on the ground. So I'll hand you your bow.
I don't need the bow staff. It slows me down when I climb the tree.
What are you climbing the tree for? Are you trying to get rid of me?
Can I be honest? Or
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes,
Well,
I was trying to
yes?
get rid of you because I wanted to be alone. But no, because I normally always climb this tree when I get here.
Well, see, there's a problem because you're not alone. Because I'm
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
I'm here for you.
You're here to disturb my quiet time.
I would never. I'm here for the cool rocks.
I lied about the rocks. Actually, there are some cool rocks. I can show you. And Bill's going to grab this bag that's right next to him. Well, my Midwest just showed right there. That's
My bag.
It's my bag. He grabs his bag.
That just doesn't sound
That
right.
sounded worse, actually. He grabbed it and he kind of climbs back down the tree with it. And he gets down to the ground.
I'm still standing on my elevator. Just
You can
stunned.
probably lower. I don't as he goes down.
Lied
about
about the cool rocks.
Again, there are some cool rocks.
Do you understand what I went through to get here?
Yeah, a lot of diving into tunnels.
Yeah.
I thought you were just doing that for fun.
And you mean to tell me it was all for nothing because the rocks aren't here?
There are some rocks. Look, and Bill kind of ushers him to look. And so what this tree is, mind you, I want to paint a picture. This tree is over the edge of a cliff. So it's like one of those trees that's grown out of the side of a cliff, and you're when you look at it, you're like, how the heck does that work? But this is just an old ancient tree that the roots are just so deep that it's just there. And the odd thing about this tree is it's totally out on the edge of this cliff path, and it's totally alone by itself, right? And Bill just finds this tree, and this is kind of the exact same thing I said way back when. He finds it to be a representation of himself. He's alone on the edge of a cliff, right? Anyways, he points over the cliff, which is a giant valley filled with beautiful sights and stuff. You can see the lake off the lake in the distance. You can see everything. And then Bill points to the opposite end of the cliff where there's a ton of rocks. And he says, look over there, Brock. Those are some of the coolest rocks I've ever seen. Look, that one even looks like a face. It looks like you, Brock.
Man, those do look pretty cool over there. We should go check those out.
I've never been over there.
Oh, well, what a perfect time.
But I'd rather do what I came here to do and enjoy my vacation.
I'm not here for your tree allegories being just like you. I'm here to break some rocks and follow Bill. And I've already done one of those. So we're doing this. Can I just start running off? But I take his bow staff.
Yeah,
so he
have it already.
So yes. Oh yeah. So I with bow staff in hand, I run off to the other side of the lake. Do I need to roll?
Running all the way to the lake?
How far is it?
It's pretty far away in my mind. I guess it could be closer.
Well, I mean, he's running towards it.
I'm running towards
He's making his way.
I don't know if I need to roll.
You don't even need to roll.
Bill's
you're
going to
running
chase
off.
him, but before he chases him, he's going to quickly throw the supply bag he has into the tree and put it back. All right, he's going to go chasing after him.
All right,
saying, no, you get back here with my bow staff. That's mine. That's precious merchandise, and you better not break any rocks with that.
No promises.
And as the two of you run together, Bill chasing Brock in some sort of adorable little big sibling looking situation as he's playing keep away with you, holding your bow staff. The two of you, you make your way up and down some rolling hills and short mountains in a beeline towards this area of with the face rock that Bill says exists. And as you I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just that's what Bill saw it, and he says it looks like a face.
Brock's face.
Explicitly Brock's face.
It's a good looking rock.
Well, it's a handsome rock right there. As you crest a lush plateau, the long green grass blowing in the wind, you see some sort of a cave opening that goes into one of the mountain sort of areas in this series of hills and mountains that you're kind of running around through. And you pause for a moment because you see something moving towards near the entrance of this cave. You see a man dressed in Fire Nation garb, and he is sitting on an ostrich horse cart, which he kind of pulls up in next to alongside the cave, parks this cart, hops off his vehicle, and proceeds to withdraw a barrel from the back of this cart, which he then rolls into the cave.
I mean, we can't not check that out. So
Check what out? I want my bow staff back.
well, you'll get it eventually. Hold on.
No, I want my bow staff back.
We're gonna investigate this cave real quick.
Why?
Okay, bye. So I just walked into the cave.
He's just running into a cave.
Yeah.
Okay. Follow after.
He's got your bow staff like
Yeah,
over his
he's
head.
definitely taunting me with it.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe when he gets into the cave, he starts like hitting it on rocks. Hey, you stop that! You stop hitting those rocks!
I'll pick up like little pebbles and start hitting them like a baseball bat or something.
Okay, so it's a couple minutes before you guys make it down to the cave entrance, since that individual, that mysterious figure, kind of ran inside. So there's maybe like a 5-minute difference before you're able to get in there. Once you are directly inside the cave's opening, you find a small room with a split in the tunnels, one leading to the right and one leading to the left. Above, like in between these two tunnels, you see an arrow that looks like it's drawn out on some kind of chalk, and it points to the tunnel on the right.
Well, Mr. Give me my bow staff back. Any bright ideas?
Give me my bow staff back.
In a minute. Hold
No,
on. Because
no.
I give you the bow staff. You run off and leave me here. So we're in this
Where
together.
even are we?
We're in a cave. It's a really cool thing. Just
Why are we in a cave, bro?
Because it's awesome, and we saw a guy come in here.
Brock,
So I gotta
Brock.
investigate.
What do you mean a guy? You said this. Mentioned this guy twice now.
Yeah, there was a guy. He was like rolling some barrels in here. I mean, that can't not be something sketchy. And so why not investigate?
Well, because I know how good you are at stealthing and hiding behind people.
What do you mean?
I knew you were following me the whole way to the tree.
Just
No,
to
you
specify, though, Bill, you would have seen the ostrich horse and the cart parked outside of the tunnel.
But I didn't see the guy. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't see the guy, but you do know, like, well, that's kind of weird to just leave a...
I'm not doubting that there wasn't a guy.
But you are doubting my sneak skills.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Well, what a time to change your mind. All right, let's go.
Oh, no.
Can't hear you in a tunnel.
I will go with you if you give me the bow staff back. That's a promise.
Now, how do I know you're not just gonna run off once I give it to you? I mean, you could say I promised all you want. My dad promised to come back, and look what happened. He's a viable cabbage farmer. I messed that up. Well, I tried to make an absentee dad joke, and it didn't work out.
It's okay. Bill puts his hand on Brock's shoulder. It's okay, bro.
I'm just gonna-
There's no shame in having a good father figure in your life.
I'm gonna do like a quick clap just to cut that out. Just a little... Okay. Just to cut out that stupid joke.
Do you want to do a comfort or support? That's an option.
This is like the opposite of comfort support. This is more like, Brock,
That's
was
just like
give
consoling
me my
after.
bow staff.
Oh, well then, if that's the case, you could do a plead.
Oh yeah, I'm pleading with him. Give me my bow staff. I gave him my deal. I'll go with you into this cave.
All right.
Give me my bow staff back. That's a 4.
4 total?
Yeah. I like how I normally roll really good, and then it goes to this mini one shot, and Bill's like, I don't know what to do. I'm on vacation. I let my guard down.
Yeah, it kind of falls on deaf ears.
Yeah, so sorry, I can't hear you. In a tunnel, let's go.
Okay, which tunnel did you run down?
Probably the one with the arrow.
Oh, that's
The arrow pointing to
Yeah,
it?
of course.
Okay.
It says, follow me.
Yeah. It says certain death to the left, sketchy guy with a barrel to the right. I'm gonna go to the right.
All right, so this tunnel opens up into a wide area, more of a chamber than a tunnel, really. The floor of this tunnel is covered in a layer of hay that's so thick you can't even see the floor of the cavern below it. There are, though, some strange and almost seemingly, because of the way that they're cut into almost like tombstone shapes, there are these man-made stone, or at least allegedly man-made, stone outcroppings that poke out from the straw floor that just seem to sit there above or sticking out of the straw.
How many are there?
There's about a dozen.
You said there's a cavern in there?
Yeah.
Or we're in a cavern?
You step into the opening of this cavern.
Oh, okay.
So the tunnel kind of becomes a wide... And you can't see the floor because it's all covered in hay. And then amidst this whole area covered in hay, there are these stone outcroppings that stick out from the hay.
And
there's about a dozen.
And that's all we can see in the room.
Yes.
It's just these stone outcroppings.
Right.
And the hay.
Right. I mean, unless you want to do some kind of investigation or something.
Well, I've never seen a stone I couldn't hit, so...
No, not with my bow staff. Don't even think about it. Yes, I see him raise it above his head.
Like a spear.
As I raise the bow staff.
No, use a rock. Break rocks with rocks. Don't use my bow staff. The last thing I want to see you do is break that staff.
That's what you sound like. Fine. Here's your stupid bow staff. So I'll toss him his bow staff.
Okay.
And
that's when Bill ran out.
Yeah, leaves the cave immediately.
And I'll just go up to the nearest one of these little tombstone things, and I'll try and dig the hay out from around the stone.
That's what Bill's gonna do too. Yeah.
Because I figure I take the.
Are you going to the same one that he's going to?
I'm more like I was thinking. I was watching him to see. He said he was going to break it, so I was going to kind of watch him break it. But then when I saw him actually getting down and doing a sensible action, Bill's like, "Oh, okay." So he gets down and starts helping him move the hay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sensible action. When have I ever not been sensible?
So Brock, as both of you start to clear away some of this hay that's by the stone, you kind of clear it away, and then you end up getting around to the other side of the stone. So it's very flat. So it has two faces, imagine like a coin. One face is towards you, and it's just stone. But as you come around to the other side of this outcropping rock, you see the other face has a zero, or a big circle drawn on it with that chalk. Same kind of chalk, same kind of style as you saw with the arrow pointing at the tunnel. As you clear away the hay, you just find just regular stone floor below you.
So if this has a 0 on it, and there's 10 or 12 of these things in here, I wonder if the other ones have different numbers. So I'm gonna go over to another one and do the same thing.
Rock, I thought you couldn't count.
Well, I can identify a number.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you notice they're in rows of there's two. So like I said, it's kind of more of a cavern, but it's pretty uniformly sized. So it's almost just a wide tunnel, I guess you could say. There's two of these stone outcroppings, almost perfectly adjacent to each other, probably about 10 feet apart. And then there's 5 feet between the end of the stone outcropping to the wall. So it's about 20 feet total wide. So the first stone that you walked up to was on the right side, and you cleared it out, had the 0 on it. You move forward to the next one, you go diagonally. So you go to the one on the left. You clear out, or do you clear out hay, or do you just look at the outcropping?
I'll clear out hay. Yeah.
Okay, you clear out some hay. It's just stone, and you see another 0 on this rock. But as you turn around, you can see the face of the rock behind you, the one that was right next to the one that you cleared the hay from, and it has an X on it.
We're playing tic-tac-frickin-toe, man.
What? What do you mean? I'm going to go over to a different one and clear it.
When you go to a different one, do you go to one...
The one straight above the one we first cleared. Straight up to the right.
So the one that Brock didn't clear. The one next to the one Brock just cleared. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Right, so the first one had an O. Diagonal up to the left had an
X. So
X.
in the middle.
And the one next to the one that I had originally done was an O?
No, that's the one I'm clearing.
So we've only done 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you walked up to this one. It had an O on it.
Okay.
You went over to this one.
Yeah, that was
You
next.
looked.
And
it had an O on it.
But that
you
one
looked back, and this had an X on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So which one are you going to?
The one above the first O.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now that we've drawn it out, everybody is good with where we're at. Maybe I'll try to remember to like take a picture. I don't know. I might just like make a version of this that's been edited so that, you know, it looks fancy and not just me making weird drawing stuff on the paper. But anyways, all right. So you walk up to this other one, and as you do, you feel a slight click underneath your foot, and then all of a sudden you feel yourself thrown backwards as a massive explosion erupts in the cave. You take a fatigue, and you are impaired.
Should have been more careful, man. More careful broccoli. That's what they call me.
Yeah, it's because you took my stick.
You have your stick.
Actually, sorry, you're stunned.
Oh, okay.
So after a couple of seconds, as per the stunned concept, you're able to pick yourself up off the floor. And you see that the whole area where the hay was, where you had stepped, is obviously scattered everywhere. Some of it is all over Brock right now. And the stone outcropping that was there has been blown to smithereens. There is no stone outcropping there anymore.
It's just gone now.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I win?
Yeah, congrats. You won the Get Exploded award.
It's the weirdest game of tic-tac-toe I've ever played.
Aren't you? Where else would you want to be spending your vacation? Other than getting blown
Back
up in a
in my
cave.
tree.
Don't even worry about the tree. It'll still be there.
Hey, funny thing is, Brock, I've broken more rocks than you have.
Oh, you
my God.
suck.
Oh,
So just in
no.
a rage, I'll just go and kick the next one. I don't even uncover. I just kick
You
this
just
one
go
right
The
there.
one
Going
above
over
the
that.
exploding one.
It blows up. You take one,
Well.
you take one fatigue, and you also get sent flying backwards.
Right next to the bill.
Right next to Bill.
I was like, take that, idiot.
I got you.
I bet you feel real stupid now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I feel dumb, Brock.
So that one's
That one's gone.
okay.
Do we happen to know why these are exploding?
I don't know. It's
Why
just
are we even messing with these?
because we saw the guy.
He's not even here.
Allegedly. We gotta keep looking.
Allegedly, there's no guy here. They're
There's-
in the other tunnel.
There's a tunnel.
No. I know what you're thinking. No, you don't know where you would go.
Underground. I know exactly where I would go. So Brock. So before getting into a tunnel haphazardly, Brock will do a bit of earth bending in the ground to sort of open up a little hole that he would like then jump into to start a tunnel. So he'll step on the ground and like open it up like an elevator shaft type deal.
Okay.
And like just make sure that there's no more explosives underground.
Okay.
I'm like in the middle though. I'm in the middle, like right.
Do
like
it.
So you're just opening up a straight down elevator shaft.
I do have to ask a
straight,
very important question here.
Okay.
straight down.
Is it just Brock-sized hole? Or did you make it bigger that Bill falls down with you because he's right next to you?
Well, now that you mention it.
Okay, well.
Well, no. I make a. I'm not like. I don't put myself down.
Oh, no, it's in
like
front of
I'm
you.
standing
Yeah,
in
okay.
behind it, so
Right,
that way if
so
there's
that-
anything under there,
Yeah, you can jump down.
I
and
don't
it's
fall
clear.
to certain. depths. You don't.
do a rely on
Yeah,
your skills
he's-
and training.
He's doing the Minecraft.
You don't dig straight down
Don't
in
dig straight
Minecraft.
You don't dig straight down because then you're in trouble.
What do I add to it?
That one is
Focus if it's your strength, skills and training.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so 7.
7. Okay. You do it, but you do it imperfectly. So you start to fall because you just opened it up and you kind of misjudged the size of your hole. Your foot starts to go down. You reach out to grab something and you grab onto this root that's kind of hanging out of the wall. And you pull it and it pulls down kind of an odd amount before just stopping all of a sudden. But it allows you to catch yourself before you fall down the hole.
Okay, so I'm just kind of dangling from a vine now.
Yes.
Bill's going to offer him his bow staff to grab.
Oh,
After he kept it away from you.
That's so nice of you. I'll grab onto the bow staff, and
I'll
then
lift
come
you
back
up.
up top and assess the situation we got here.
Oh, okay.
Lift him up.
Well, would you? Okay, you lift him up.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll and assess the situation then,
I'll do the same.
or do you want to help?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm assessing the situation. He's rolling to help.
Well, this marks a fatigue by help.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
rather
just
just
you already helped.
Let's just assess the situation. I got a
I'll
6.
assess. I got a 7.
Okay, so
well, Brock, you're a little like,
Woo!
yeah, you're a
So-
little shuddered from
You exploded. You almost fell.
so it
yeah.
looks like we got a hole here. I'm like, I have a concussion.
You're looking down your hole. You're like, all right, let's see, what was I looking for again?
There's definitely a hole.
There's a hole. It's a hole, and sure enough, it is a hole. It just goes down as far as your earthbending skills allowed it to go down.
I was hoping for like 10 feet at the most. So
Okay, so there's a 10-foot hole.
Oh, jeez.
Bill, on the other hand, you get to ask me one of the questions from the assess a situation list.
What should I be on the lookout for?
What should you be on the lookout for? Actually, yeah, as you glance across the room, you notice something that wasn't there before. You see that there is a mirror at the end of the room. As I said, wasn't there before, but now it is. And through the mirror, you can actually see all the stones from the other side. So you can see what markings are on the other face of the stone.
Okay.
And-
I'm gonna hit Brock.
Okay.
Not hit him. I'm gonna like tap
kinda
him like
dunk
a
him.
little. No, like the thing where you like tap something
Okay,
with the
yeah.
back of your hand, a little
Okay.
soft.
Hey,
Hey, Brock. Was that there before?
was what there before? Those 6 mirrors? I don't know what you're talking about.
There's just 6.
Yeah, oh, yeah, you
Dude,
did.
I exploded. I probably hit my head down there. Don't worry,
There's
I'll
a
be
little
fine.
bird flying around his head. Tweet, 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 tweet.
Anyone gonna get that phone?
What's a phone, Brock?
No, it's just one mirror, Brock. And
Uh,
but you see the mirror, and it's just. So was that there before?
I don't think so. It was just kind of dark in here.
Well,
I'm just gonna put a
Bill's gonna look a little closer and see the back of the rocks now.
Yeah. So you can see that all of them are marked with either a 0 or an X. And you can see which ones are marked with which. Obviously, like, you're able to work out that things would be in reverse because it's a mirror.
Would we?
Yeah.
You would.
I feel like
I feel like-
yeah, if it was Brock looking at it, he'd be like, all right, all the X's are over here.
Well, put them down in the right order, and we'll just have Brock go to the back.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's good. Boom. Oh.
So what are so from left to right here?
Oh,
So
well, I was just going to tell you, you can see. I wasn't even going to mark on
Oh,
necessarily,
okay.
unless you really needed it.
So you just want to go jump to that left one, and Bill points to the one up to the left. And he said, just keep following that one straight ahead.
the X.
No, the circle.
Oh, the circle.
Yeah, right. He points at the front right one, and he points to the diagonal one. He says, just jump to that, and then just keep going straight from there.
Okay. So I'll follow the circles.
All right, you follow the circles, so you go to these two.
Yeah.
And right before he goes to the last one, Bill's going to yell,
He's-
wait!
He's got 1 foot in the air.
Wait!
What?
Go diagonal.
Okay.
I think I miscalculated something.
Whatever, nerd.
Never mind, go straight.
I'll go
Alright,
diagonal.
so Brock goes diagonal, and you find yourself at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
Bill's going to follow same order.
All right. And then as you guys both make it to the end of the tunnel, there's a short tunnel that goes past that. Does not have any hay on the ground or anything like that. You also notice to your right, kind of in a corner, there is strangely familiar looking root just hanging from the wall.
Strangely familiar root. Like the root that was in
Is
the
this like a
tunnel?
dead end?
No, there's a tunnel that keeps going. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, you
there's a
see the root?
I want to pull that root.
All right. You pull the root, and as you do, the mirror at the end of the hall sort of almost like a one of those bookcases where you pull the book and it kind of moves. This one just, it spins like it's on a platform, and then on the back there's just a rock that just blends in with the back of the cave.
That's probably fine.
Yeah.
Let's keep going, right? You know, it's probably fine.
It's a rock.
Yep. And of course, as you look back, you can just personally see all the X's and the zeros on all the, since you're on the other side of the rock. So, all right, you go a little bit further down the tunnel, and you come to another chamber. Coming into this chamber, you can see that there are now 3 different tunnels that you can choose from.
What?
Huh?
Oh, jeez, bro.
That go further in. Yep. The tunnels are each labeled with that same kind of chalk artwork that you saw before. One of them shows a series of swirled lines suggesting almost like a cartoonish tornado. One of them has a cartoonish foot with little like wavy lines coming off of it, like as if someone were saying this is a stinky foot. And then one of them has no drawing, but instead has words. And it just reads, "If you're not Kuro, don't go down this tunnel. I mean it."
So we're going down that one, right?
Which one?
The one that says, if you're not Kuro, you don't come down here. Why else would they have that sign if not something cool's on the other end?
It's probably some dude's bedroom. Cave bedroom. You would be familiar with that.
Yeah. And then we can bond and become friends over our love of cave-style bedrooms.
What kind of dude did you see come down here anyways?
I don't know. It was just a dude with a barrel. Which is weird because there's like no like large impressions or anything in the ground. Are there impressions on the ground of where a barrel might have been?
Oh, do you want to assess the situation?
I want to assess it so hard.
Assess the situation then.
A 2.
And you look around and you're like,
This place is...
no, it's rocks. Why would there be any? It was not dirt. There's no barrel impressions.
Well, so much for that. Yeah, you got any better ideas? And would you rather go into a tornado or a place that smells like feet? Or would you want to go check out a potential best friend named Kuro?
I want to go back to my tree.
Well, too late. Okay?
That's not an option. That's the one option I'm not giving you.
We're in the tunnel. We're already here. We're having an adventure. We're having fun. So, where are we going?
I love being told I'm having fun.
Right?
Yeah.
We're all having a good time. It's a nice little hike. Don't worry. So story time about that.
Oh no!
So I'm gonna do a quick little thing here. So on our last day in Flagstaff, right? There's a hike called Devil's Bridge, and so I had been there before, and it was like an hour-long hike. So they were like, we got to do something easy because we've been hiking for like 4 days straight. And I was like, there's this nice little easy hike called Devil's Bridge, and it's like a mile one way, it's a mile back, and so we start on the trail, and we're on there for like 20 minutes, and they're like, we should start to be going uphill, right? Because we're on like ground level. And so I'm like, don't worry, it's a nice little hike. Kids do it. It'll be fine. And we pass these 2 ladies that came up.
Old lady, yeah.
They're like, yeah, so we started at like 10:30, right? And we look at our watches. It's like 2 o'clock.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so it's like, so everyone's
a
just like,
4-hour hike.
yeah. So everyone's just like, dude, what did you get us into? And I was like, don't worry, it's a nice little hike. So 3 hours later,
Oh my god.
mind you, I'm in jeans. Cameron didn't pack a full water bottle. Josiah's in jeans. Nick was the only one who was smart enough to wear shorts and pack a full water bottle. And we're up at the top, and everyone's just like shooting daggers at me. It was a nice little hike.
Kids do it.
Kids do it.
Kids do it. 4 hours. Old ladies do it.
So
you got your 3 tunnels.
Just choose a
Choose
path
from.
and I'll follow you.
eeny, meeny, miny. We're going in the Kuro.
The one where it talks about
Yeah.
A
okay.
new best friend.
All right.
We're
all
meeting
right.
a new best friend whose name is apparently Kuro.
Kuro. Yeah.
Kuro.
Well, yeah, you say it how you say it. It's all good.
Kuro.
All right. So as you guys come around to the corner, so this tunnel kind of like is at an angle. You go in, You take a corner, you can kind of hear something as you're making your way around this corner, and you quickly realize what it is that you're hearing. The tunnel itself is quite brightly lit. Because
Glowstone?
It's lit, dude.
even worse. Because there is a wall of flames shooting just kind of like in the shape of a wall. Like it's not shooting towards you
Like the
or anything like that.
Incredibles.
It's just like a series of flames all shooting into each other from the walls, the ceiling, and the floor. And it creates just a wall of flames in front of you, blocking your ability to get through.
Well,
Yeah, no, I'm not. No.
Well,
No,
we're on
no,
stone floors,
no.
so you know what I'm going to do?
No,
I'm
I'm
going to
turning
earth
around.
bend some walls to block the flames. We're going to walk right through. I'm going to rely on my skills and training,
You better.
and we're going to go right through that wall of flames because I rolled a 7.
Okay, so you stomp the ground.
Wait, it's still with focus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so 7.
All right, you stomp the ground. A chunk of rock comes out and it moves forward over the kind of openings of wherever these flames are coming out of. And it blocks the floor, but the flames from the ceiling are still coming down and the flames from the two walls are still coming across. And you're feeling quite tired between the explosion and the other things.
The constant hole digging.
Well, you see, I'm nothing if not stubborn. I'm stubborn as a mule. Wait, can I even roll again?
You can, but I'm just going to warn you, because of how tired you are, you're going to take because all things considered, with rely on your skills and training, it explicitly says you can make it a full success, but you'll take a fatigue if you do so.
I mean, can I just roll again? Because I just rolled a 12.
Well, no.
No, okay.
That's cheating.
How's that cheating?
That's
Well,
a
'cause-
classic Connor dice roll right there.
I
He's
was
gonna
like,
roll to see what I
was
would
like this,
get.
and I'm like,
Yeah, it says you can accept the consequences, which are that you only
Do
cover
you
one
wanna-
section.
Do you want to succeed on that first mild success and get a fatigue?
what's the alternative? We just have to reassess and figure something else out.
Yeah.
All right, let's just reassess.
No, I'm not going that way.
Well, what would you suggest?
Anyway, but that one.
You're just no fun today, are you, dude?
I'm not a fan of fire.
Fine, we'll go in the stupid foot tunnel.
As long as there's not fire, I'm fine with it.
All right.
Secret foot tunnel.
Secret foot tunnel.
All right, so as you make your way back to the first chamber, or I guess technically second. No, it's the first chamber. Anyway, you go down the tunnel with the marking of the foot that looks stanky. And as you guys make your way down this one has a much fainter glow about it, and you quickly realize this because as you turn another corner, it opens up into a floor that is covered with hot coals and embers. It's a very rounded out, almost a perfect circle through this tunnel. Like I said, the floor is covered with these coals. There's some sort of flame or something underneath it that seems to keep these embers hot, but it doesn't really shoot through too much. And as you look at the walls and the ceiling, you notice that there's this strange ooze that seems to be dripping down across it.
Well, I don't have a problem with this because I got them calloused feet. So what's your problem? What's your idea here?
I'm just gonna walk across these coals.
I can. I don't know about you.
How big is it?
It is about 20 feet long.
Pain don't hurt.
Pain don't hurt.
I got the calloused feet. I'm good. I'll just walk across.
Ooh, what would be
Does
a
he
better
start
t-shirt
doing that?
idea? Pain don't hurt, or I've got the calloused feet.
I want to see him cross first.
Okay.
I'll just walk across. I'll saunter even. I might even meander.
How's he doing?
Perhaps
All right,
gallivant.
As you take your first footstep onto the coals, you hear the sizzle of meat cooking, and you immediately pull your foot back because these temperatures are hot, 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 much like a mattress store sale.
Good analogy.
Yes.
That'd be great.
It's a little,
I hear a loud.
Coming out of
You
the
know,
mattress stores.
like a Tom and Jerry type scream.
How you doing there, Brock?
I'm great. I was chilling. Yep.
Why are you on the ground holding your foot?
Don't worry about it. It's all good. I'll get there.
I stubbed my toe.
Pain don't hurt.
Pain don't hurt.
It's a nice, easy walk. Kids do it.
If only Mika was here.
It'll work.
Cool that
Damn,
burn off
that's true.
real easy.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try.
The other foot.
No. You want to try the third tunnel before we figure out which one to do?
Which one's the easiest? Yeah.
Oh, it's
And if we all
so
suck, we could just, I don't know, maybe go back to
so
victory.
stupid with your sensible ideas.
Anyways, come on, Brock.
Be impulsive once in a while.
Bill leads Brock hopping on one foot out of the tunnel and back to the chamber where they take the third and final tunnel that depicted a tornado-looking thing. And again, it's got a corner. You round the corner. This one's pretty well lit up, and you find yourselves. It opens up into a sort of wide circular room. And in the middle of this room, there's a flaming vortex that just seems to be nonstop. There's a heavy wind that seems to be moving throughout this room. You can kind of see like some openings in the walls of the room that you wonder if maybe they're what are allowing the wind to kind of come through. You're not sure how. It's got to be something you can't see, deeper into the tunnel or something. But it's pushing air through here, which is swirling around, and there's a tornado of literal flames swirling in the midst of this tunnel.
Where are the flames coming from?
Looks like the floor and the ceiling. There's some sort of like spout almost that is maintaining the flames in here.
All right, time for impulsive idea number 3. I'm going to try and earthbend a giant rock, and I'm just trying to plug the holes on the top and the bottom.
Where are you pulling the rock from?
Well, isn't it like a stone? Oh, it's a stone floor, and if the flames are coming from the floor, I might just... That's a great question. Can I first feel the floor with my non-charred feet and hands?
Okay.
To see if there's like any heat coming from the ground? Is this a roll situation?
No, I can tell you. The heat is coming from the tornado for sure. The flaming vortex. The ground and the walls of this open area seem to be reasonably, like, just warm, but not hot. But the vortex itself, like the spinning flames, because it's so random and varying, sometimes, it winds out to the full length of the cavern, and sometimes it kind of pulls itself into a thinner vortex. But it's not really in any kind of a pattern. So it's hard to, you wouldn't really be able to look at it and be like, 1, 2, 3, okay, go, You can see an opening in the tunnel, or at the other end of this room, of course, but...
All right, so given these 3 options, and leaving is not one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. 2.
Can I assess the situation?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
No, you're really distracted by the flames.
Yeah,
They're kind of freaking you out.
Yeah. I wanted
9.
to look for if there's another one of those moss things.
Moss. What do you mean by moss?
Things we pulled earlier in the back.
Oh, like a...
Well, I got a 9,
Yeah.
Okay.
so I can assess
well,
the
you
situation.
don't see anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many questions do I get to
with
ask?
a 9, you'd get 1 question.
What year can I use to blank? Or what is the biggest threat? What should I look out for? Oh, what is our best way through?
Huh, there.
On this one, your best way through would be by blocking either one of the openings for the air or one of the openings for the fire.
Well, I already thought of that.
What
But
if
you thought of
you-
that in the wrong room?
What if you close those things on the side?
Close the things.
Well, look, and Bill points at the holes on the side that are creating the wind. What if you just, took your rock bending and you just closed those holes? Wouldn't it cause that tornado spinning effect to just stop, and it would just be a pillar of heat in the middle, and we could just walk around the edge of it?
First of all, how dare you for calling it rock bending? But secondly, I think that could work. So I'll earth bend the air holes.
Okay. Now, normally I'd say this is easy enough to do, but with your injured foot, I'll have you rely on your skills and training.
Yeah.
He's gonna hurt himself.
I got a 4.
Or maybe it would have been push your luck, but I don't think it really.
Well, let's roll for push your luck.
No, you don't roll again. I was like, well, if you have an addition to it.
I think I should roll again.
Okay, so what's he do?
I got an 8.
I mean,
You got an 8?
I got double 4s for for the second roll.
Okay, what'd you get for the first roll?
I got a 4. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right, so you go to do your earthbending, and as soon as you realize that part of the form to do this this earthbending requires the hurt foot, and so the second you slam that foot down, it just shrieks with burning pain, and you immediately pull back, and you're a little frustrated because, I mean, you're semi-disabled. In fact, one might say you are impaired.
Oh, am I impaired?
He's leg disabled.
He's like this.
Mark 1 fatigue or take -2 to all physical actions.
Oof.
Oh, jeez. Or choose 1 fewer techniques.
Oh, that's for NPCs.
Oh.
So the first thing is for player characters. The other one for
Ah,
NPCs. So if you ever inflicted an NPC,
Well, so
you're impaired.
I would only have 3 fatigue left. I have to mark 1. Could I?
If you're gonna
Mark
ask if you
the-
can rest, I will say no.
I'm gonna say, can I mark the 1 fatigue, but do it in order to have success, and not because I'm impaired? Because if I'm losing 1 fatigue anyways, might as well have it actually work.
Oh, you're saying for the well.
Like,
I think that's only if you get the 7 through 9, which does it imperfectly. So if you get less than that, you're just failing completely.
And I just got to choose now what I'm taking.
Well, I think you choose that in the moment when you do something. You'll either take -2 or you'll mark the fatigue.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
my focus is +1. Either way, it's a 5, so.
Okay,
That's still fail.
that's still a fail. Yeah.
Your poor foot.
I think I'll -2 to my abilities.
Jeez, all of them?
Well,
Well, it's just for physical. If you're doing something like physically.
Oh, yeah.
so my entire brand.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this whole thing, yeah, okay.
Oh, what
Well,
have I done?
you really limited our group. Okay.
Well, it's a prequel. I gotta survive.
I didn't think we were going to die. That hadn't crossed
Where
my
it's
mind.
a fun little cave explore.
Kids do it.
Kids do it. It's a fun little cave exploration. All right, so now that I am in pain,
Okay, so Bill sees him writhing on the ground, and he's just gonna kind of be like, "Okay, this guy." He's going to walk over to one of those holes that's creating the wind, and he's gonna see what happens when he puts his hand against them.
Okay. You put your hand against it. You can you feel the air trickling through your fingers, but obviously you've kind of plugged up the majority of what's coming through. What you see is that the vortex kind of slows a little bit on one side and kind of gets pushed ever so slightly to towards your direction, because the air from the other sides of the cave are pushing it towards the one that doesn't have air coming through it.
Okay, how many of these holes are there?
There's probably 6, I believe.
6. 3 on each side?
Yeah.
So what Bill's gonna do-
they're scattered about, so it's kind of like a diagonal line almost.
Okay.
Because if they were straight across from each other, they'd just be blowing the.
And does it feel, when he pushes his hand against the block the hole, does it feel like air's coming out of it?
Yeah.
And it's stone under us, right?
Right.
I can do it. I can earthbend. Just tell me what to do.
Can you earthbend with your hands?
Yeah.
Not your foot?
I mean, it's not going to be as good, but yeah.
How about earthbend dirt onto a stone to just solidify it?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, I'll be right back. And Bill's gonna start taking off into the other room. You stay right here. Don't hurt your foot anymore.
I'll just be here sitting in pain. Don't mind me.
Bill is going to go run off to that hole that Brock made.
Okay.
And he is going to grab as much loose dirt as he can, and he's going to start filling up that extra bag he has on him.
Okay.
Because he has his pouch of his stuff that he was going to take to with him.
Just to clarify, this is a 10-foot hole.
Yeah, he's grabbing loose dirt on the side of the
Oh,
hole.
on the side of the hole.
And he's just filling up the bag with the loose dirt.
Okay.
Throw that bag back in the tree.
No, he had his own bag.
There was a couple.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he had a couple of bags.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you load up some dirt into this bag.
Okay, and I'm gonna. Well, there's other clothes and stuff in it, so he's gonna kind of like dump those off into like a corner.
Okay.
The corner where the moss, the
root.
the root was. That little alcove kind of thing. He,
Yeah.
like ditches his stuff, like puts it away there.
Okay.
And he grabs this dirt. It comes running back to Brock, and he goes, "All right, Brock, you're going to put this dirt in this hole, and then you're just going to press your hands on it, and you're just going to solidify it to block the hole."
Okay.
Okay. I would use mud and water, but I don't got any. So
I have my spit.
Oh, no, you don't need to spit. We're not water benders. You're a rock bender, not water bender.
I'm a what?
Brock, don't take offense. There's earth benders, but you're a rock bender because you love rock so much.
My name's Brock.
Brock the rock bender.
Brock Lee the rock bender.
All right, so I'm gonna call this a help.
Okay.
All right, so you'll do a fatigue.
That's fine.
But
I feel
then-
like that makes sense because I'm getting tired from running. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be moving dirt back and forth between him and doing this on the
Yeah.
wall, and it's probably going to get me tired.
It's gonna
from just
take some time.
running
It's-
and moving
yeah,
and stuff. So
absolutely.
that makes sense.
All right, and then Brock, I will let you rely on your skills and training,
And he gets a +1.
and you get a plus.
That's
one.
it?
So, but I get
What
a.
about a plus? Oh, he gets another +1 because he assesses the situation. And he's using the information to help him.
I
That's
guess.
that's a +1, isn't
Oh, yeah.
it?
So
That's
I'm
true.
back to
Yeah, that's
0
true.
because I have a -2 on all physical
Would
attributes.
this count though? Because he's not using his foot. Bill's giving them the simplest action he can. Just put dirt in a hole and just press it into it.
Sure, yeah. Since it's minimal physical activity for Brock, I'll let him do it at normal.
Nice. So +2 extra to your normal.
Because I mean, the physical action was the impairment was explicitly his foot.
So +2 to what I roll plus the focus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I have a 9.
a 9. Okay, so you're able to get 3, or well, you wouldn't even quite be able to get all 3 from one side. You're able to get 2 from one side and 1 from the other, which causes the flames to kind of move more upwards and focuses the vortex above you.
Oh, that's cool.
So we can just like lay
Wait,
on the
but did
ground.
you say fires from the bottom and the top?
Yeah, but it's kind of like just the way that you blocked out the.
So now
I
it's
guess
just-
it would push from above, so it would actually be low. Let's say you did the top ones then,
Okay.
and then the
So the one
lower
below is just not even
air
coming
holes
up.
are pushing. It's just pushing it straight up.
Oh, so
So the bottom, it kind of like narrows out the bottom of this twister and widens out the
so
upper
it's safer
section.
for us to just cross near the bottom on the
Yeah.
edge.
Almost crawling. You could probably
Just
crawl,
crawl around
through
the
it.
edge.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think it looks good. We can just crawl across now.
All right,
that's
that's
just perfect for Brock.
which is perfect because I can't use my foot.
Right.
Okay. Well, Bill's gonna be like, "I'll be right back," and he's gonna run back. He's gonna empty whatever
Oh yeah.
dirt.
Okay.
Hit the side of his bag to empty out the dirt into the hole, and he's gonna load his stuff back up into whatever he had. He didn't have much. It's just like extra clothes and stuff. And
Yeah.
a little water, canteen. But then he puts that back in his bag and he comes running back to Brock. He's like, "All right, buddy, you can crawl," and we're gonna start crawling across the bottom of this floor to the other side.
All right. As you make it through. You make it to the end, and it opens up once more into another chamber. And in this chamber, there's really not much here. There's a little bit of food and drink, which is nice. And there is chalk writing on the wall that simply reads, "The place, like through this tunnel, the place where dreams are blown up." And there's one tunnel to choose from this time. So not really even to choose from. It's just one tunnel.
Well, I've never seen a bigger welcome sign. Let's do it, bro. Let's go. Let's
You
do
lead the way.
it. Yeah, let's go.
Thank you so much for listening to our show. Of course, don't forget to follow or subscribe to our podcast through whatever podcast site that you're using, such as iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and others. Additionally, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just look for the social media icons. Following us on social media gives you access to all news, announcements, and of course new episodes as they are released. You can check out our website, bendersandbrews.com, which will feature all of our episodes as well as news, announcements, and even cool character and player profiles. It's a great hub of information for the Benders and Brews podcast. And finally, we would be truly humbled if you would be willing to take the time to leave us a review if your podcast site allows you to do so, such as on iTunes. Or, in the case of YouTube, you can hit the like and subscribe button and drop us a comment. Tell us about what you thought about our podcast episodes. It sure would mean a lot to us. Avatar Legends is a tabletop role-playing game created by Magpie Games. Nickelodeon, Avatar, and all related titles, logos, and characters are trademarks of Viacom International Inc., all rights reserved. I also want to thank the following artists who you can find on Fiverr for their amazing creative work on this podcast. Character art was done by alessiopapadraw. Background art by Kennicchi. Music by Joe Timms 215. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.